Good evening, Virgin Islanders. District 6 family, good evening. And a pleasant good evening to our online viewers and those listening via radio. A special good evening to our sister islands of Jost Van Dyke, Virgin Gorda, and Anegada. My Dominican family, buenas noches. And good evening to my NDP family. It is a pleasure to be here with you tonight, District 6 residents, but I am particularly pleased to be here in support of my colleague and friend and the other woman on the National Democratic Party team, Alvaro Maduro Keynes. I have known Alvaro for the better part of my life. In fact, as a young girl growing up in Tortola, Alvaro was sort of like a big sister to me and my sisters, Joanne and Petra, especially during the period when we lived in Borgers Bay as neighbors. Alvaro was always involved in community events and took on the leadership role in many of them. She and her sister Alma were the captains of the Black Spinners Majorette Troop, which was an annual feature in the August Festival Parade back in the day. I'm not going to tell you how far back. And I remember it all too well because my sisters and I were members of the Golden Spinners Majorette Troop, which was the competition for the Black Spinners. Well, let me tell you, they used to put a bit beating on us year after year with their brilliant routines during the parade and other competitions. I am not going to lie, I used to wish I was a member of the Black Spinners. And that's not all, friends and family. Alvaro was a radio personality. I bet you didn't know that. Back in the day, her radio DJ name was Ebony Queen. I remember listening to her on ZBVI as a young girl and wishing that one day I could have been a DJ too. You see, it wasn't customary to hear a female voice on the radio in those days, but Alvaro was on the radio. To sum up my memories of Alvaro, friends, and District 6 family is to say that she has always been a community-minded person. She has always been involved in community initiatives, putting others first for service to her community. Today, I see Alvaro doing what she has always done, but on a bigger scale. She loves the people of District 6, and she genuinely cares about the progress of this district. Alvaro has a quiet personality. I wanted to take that out because I ain't so sure I believe that anymore after her speech. Quite the opposite of mine. She's very humble and kind, and don't forget, she's God-fearing. She believes in God. And boy, you better don't forget to pray before we start a meeting or event because she's going to give you a bad eye on the side. And then you have to stop what you're doing and pray. Friends and residents of District 6, Alvaro is not green to the idea of selfless service to others and her community, like others who have just arrived and want to tell you otherwise. She's a fighter and a woman who cares deeply for you, the residents of District 6 and the wider community. She has been here with you before, and she wants an opportunity to be here with you again. And the best part about Alvaro, friends and family, is that she is with the red team. The best team. The new National Democratic Party and the only real team. A vote for Alvaro Maduro Keynes is a vote for continued progress in District 6 and a leader who stands with a team of experienced, inspiring individuals who genuinely cares and loves all people who call these Virgin Islands home. The team that believes that we are better and stronger when we work together. Family, you have heard our chairman, along with my colleagues and I, discuss our plans to strengthen our economy and ensure sustainability in the long term by identifying key areas that are ripe for diversification. Trevor has spoken in length on plans to explore new sectors in tourism, such as cultural tourism, sports tourism, and the need to develop certain key districts that have seen an increase in tourists recently, including the need to improve access to our territory by expanding our airport. Henry has laid out plans for the construction industry as an emerging pillar, and our plans to set bold targets and execute projects for renewable energy that will result in the creation of hundreds of jobs and millions of dollars remaining in our local economy. The new National Democratic Party recognizes that to strengthen the economy in these ways and to sustain its growth critically depends on a strong human resource development strategy, from which I have been laying out policies to further develop education, the workforce, and our youth.
Yes, Sandy.
On Tuesday night in District 7, I introduced our plans to support and empower our women, which was largely based on policies derived from the United Nations Women's Empowerment Strategy and established in BVI context. Because this new National Democratic Party understands the critical role our women play in our society, we recognize that strong, healthy, empowered women means loving, nurtured families and stronger communities. Tonight, just allow me to expand a little bit more on our plans to ensure that our young people feel valued as active citizens in our community and that they understand that this new National Democratic Party team is serious about them and improving their economic status so that they can participate in the growth and development of this country. This new NDP team will implement an annual youth achievement program where our young people who contribute to achieving territorial goals and the sustainable development goals from the SDG 2030 agenda in innovative ways in their schools, communities, and other spaces will be eligible for national awards. We want to enhance the overall environment for young people to be further valued and central to our decision-making processes in social, economic, and political spheres, including through financial and technical supports to enhance youth governance and young people's management of development and decision-making, and promote capacity building among our youth by creating opportunities for certification as peer trainers in a range of settings, as well as providing opportunities to represent the territory regionally and globally on platforms relating to our sustainable development. We want to upgrade and improve our national sporting facilities to meet world-class standards so we can produce world-class athletes for both women and men in all sporting disciplines, leveraging from previous successes, resume the hosting of regional and international events, and develop the ancillary infrastructure and talents that are necessary to benefit from a robust and sustained sports tourism product. This new National Democratic Party endeavors to support all citizens, especially our youth, through the established government initiative of buying large tracts of land for resale at greatly reduced prices and continuing the program of tax breaks for first-time homeowners, again aimed at improving the economic status of our young people. And because we are a visionary team who plans not just for today, but for our sustainability, this new NDP team will implement a Virgin Islands State of the Youth Survey as a critical youth-led data gathering tool that will lead to the design of a 5-year strategic vision plan that effectively integrates the issues of our youth into all sectors of the country's development. Friends and family, District 6 residents. I've been hearing a lot of talk throughout this election season. And sometimes I just have to shake my head and wonder if some of us are really delusional, if we have selective amnesia, or if some of us are really just bold, compulsive liars who would say and do anything to win an election. And then I find myself praying and asking God to help our community to be courageous and strong, especially our vulnerable young people, that they may be seekers of the truth and not gullible to the ludicrous stories being told out there. I pray for a community of people who will be courageous and take the time to sift out total absurdity in some of the stories that are being told and stand up for truth. Oblige me for just a moment, friends and family, and consider this. Never judge someone's character based on the words of another. Instead, study the motives behind the words of the person casting the bad judgment. An honest woman can sell tangerines all day and remain a good person until she dies. But there will always be naysayers who will try to convince you otherwise. Perhaps this woman did not give them something for free or at a discount. Perhaps too, that she refused to stand with them when they were doing wrong, or just stood up for something she felt was right. And also, it could be that some bitter women are envious of her, or that she rejected the advances of some very proud men. Always trust your heart, my friends. If the Creator stood before 1,000,000 men with the light of 1,000,000 lamps, only a few would truly see him, because truth is already alive in their hearts. Truth can only be seen by those with truth in them. He who does not have truth in his heart will always be blind to her. And this is a quote by Susie Kassem from Rise Up and Salute the Sun, the writings of Susie Kassem. You can look it up. Beautiful writing. Virgin Islanders, friends, and District 6 family, the truth is, Alvra Maduro-Keynes has done a lot for District 6. She did not list them out because she's such a humble person, but I'm gonna give you a few. A complete makeover of the Bellevue gym. Refurbishment of the community center in Puzzle Estate. She provided garden and shade benches in Johnson Gut and shade benches in Bellevue. She assisted in the refurbishing of the Joy Samuel Primary School in Bellevue, and the refurbishing of the basketball court in Borgas Bay, and the refurbishing of all those homes and retaining walls that you have in that little booklet that you have, as well as road works in the vicinity of the Moses, the Georges, and the Turnbull's homes in Sabbath Hill, and all the other projects she mentioned and that you have in your book. She worked. Friends and family of District 6, hear me well. There is no one to fix in District 6. There is no one to fix in District 6. Alvra Maduro-Keynes has delivered, and she will do it again. I agree with the Green team that there's still lots to be done in District 6. Can't do it all. But it's certainly, the fix is not in Alvra Maduro-Keynes. When you go to the polls on elections day, vote for the lady that has made marked progress in this district, and give her the opportunity to continue her good works and to complete her plans for this district. Like the completion of the Borgas Bay Fisherman's Wharf, setting up of the after-school center, yep, she mentioned in her speech, converting the Millicent Mercer recreational grounds into a multi-purpose ground. She didn't want me to say all these things, but I'm going to say them. Building the gym and rebuilding the community center in Bellevue. Vote for Alvra and the entire NDP team. Guys, look at this team. Look at this team, District 6. Friends and family, look at this red team. Vote for NDP all the way and stand up for truth. We are not only experienced, caring, and transformational leaders. We are strong and have the courage to make tough decisions. We are visionary, always looking to the future. We are people about people all of the time. Fellow Virgin Islanders, friends, and District 6 residents, vote for Alvaro Maduro Keynes. Stand up, Alvaro. Come stand with me. The only 2 women on the National Democratic Party, and I am so proud to stand here next to her. Stand up, Trevor. Vote for Trevor. Vote for Henry. Our chairman, Myron Wee Walwyn. And don't forget to vote for me, yours truly, Sandy Harrigan Underhill. And vote for the National Democratic Party all the way, because we are better and stronger together. Pleasant good evening.
Sandy's got us feeling good.